I'm Manca, and I've come here from the UK with the SWAP UK British Council residency. I'm originally from Slovenia, former Yugoslavia, but I've never been to Ukraine, and I've come here for this residency to kind of explore a different element of my practice. I chose to work with the Astronomy Institute because I've never had an opportunity to do something like that. And I thought that trying to expand on things and challenge my own practice would be something of like a wonderful experience, given that the residency was more lending itself to kind of exploration and research. So I thought that would be a wonderful opportunity to use the time to really explore different depths of my own practice. I really have been enjoying it immensely. It's been a wonderful experience, just getting to know things that I otherwise wouldn't have thought of exploring. I particularly found it really great to be able to see some of the astrophotography, so pictures of the moon on glass, which is something that I've not seen before, and also learning about how these images are actually still useful today, because they're the only images of how the moon looked like over 100 years ago. So like looking at how the moon has changed over periods of time. So it's really nice to see that archives are still used and useful for scientific purposes. And I was really interested in kind of exploring how these glass plates are made, because it's a form of photography that's not used anymore, because we have digital photography now, so we use digital photography when taking pictures, and obviously we have satellites and things. So I quite like this kind of mix of mystery that lends itself to thinking about outer space, because it's always been this place that we can't really explore because we aren't capable of like remaining in outer space and seeing the things that we would like to. So despite the fact that we have all these possibilities of technology now, it still kind of remains a mysterious place, and there's still so many things that are unknown. And a lot of my practice kind of looks at how histories are changing and how we change histories and how our memories of things change. So I thought it was really interesting to kind of explore how people once perceived outer space and how it was perceived in science fiction novels like Fritz Lang and H.G. Wells, and how those authors actually were really interacting with scientists at the time. So I found little pieces of interesting literature that I've been looking at and kind of trying to connect that with some of my own practice. Well, it's such a magical city. I really love it. So I'm really hoping that I'll have an opportunity to come back and do more research. I'm particularly drawn to the architecture, because while I come from former Yugoslavia, and I have seen cases of modernism, not in this type of modernist architecture. And it's been such a beautiful opportunity to be able to work here and look through the window at the Gazprom building, and just to be surrounded with so many interesting things that I otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to see. The whole city itself is great. It's really fantastic. The markets are incredible. There are things that I didn't know existed in countries in the Eastern Bloc, because we don't have that from where I come from. So seeing these different things and kind of trying to interact with people in a different language has been wonderful, because I try to speak even though I can't speak. So using hands and trying to find words that I feel people might understand what I'm saying has been challenging, but also really, really wonderful. And life with everyone else has been probably also one of the best things. All of the residents are absolutely wonderful artists. We have terrific conversations, we have a wonderful time together, and we laugh a lot, particularly about attempts of communication that have gone terribly wrong. So it's really been really wonderful. I hope to be able to continue some work here because I've really enjoyed it.